welcome to Vista, California. Today we're cruising around. We're standing right on the corner. If you go that way, it's Main Street. If you go that way, there's a lot of new restaurants and shops and cool little spots. This is like the downtown hub of Vista right here. A lot going on, but we're not just cruising here. We're gonna go through a few neighborhoods, a few parks, things to do. Obviously, our breweries right here, kind of in the heart of Vista. So we're gonna hit it all. Vista style vlog. Let's get into it right now.
Hello, I'm Cassidy Lewis.
And I'm Chris Erickson.
And we are both realtors here in North County, San Diego. And this is where you come for all things North County. If this is your first time to our channel, definitely hit that subscribe button down below. We're dropping new videos every single week on all things North County, neighborhoods, things to do, places to go, and everything in between. And if you're thinking about moving to San Diego, definitely hit us up, call, text, email. We love helping people get to San Diego. So definitely reach out.
So like we said in the intro, we're gonna cruise all around Vista, show you some neighborhoods like the Foothills, the Buena Creek area, Shadow Ridge, the kind of commercial district where all the breweries are. We're gonna show you a nice little park here. Cassie plays softball a little bit, little pickup games over at Bringle Terrace, but they also have a disc golf course, so you might see that, not sure yet. Anyways, we're gonna get into all that, and we're starting right here at Main Street. This is kind of the area of downtown Vista that has seen a ton of expansion going up Santa Fe and going up Main Street, breweries, restaurants, all that kind of stuff. So let's go check it out. So right here in Main Street downtown, you got Barrel and Stave, new spot. Used to be Mother Earth, right off to our, I don't know what way that is. It's my left, so whatever way that is. But this is kind of like the main drag in Vista, but it's also spreading out. So if you go a few streets that way, there's a few more breweries, restaurants, all that kind of stuff. But this was kind of like the original main drag here in Vista. The Avo Theater has been here. Avo Playhouse has been here for, I don't know, a long time. So some cool places to eat down here when pigs fly. You got some barbecue food. Like I said, the breweries, Belching Beaver, right over this way. Wavelength Brewing right here. There's a little kind of hot dog, brats, all that kind of stuff called the Dog House right over here. Yellow Deli, some sandwiches and whatnot. Breakfast spots, all kind of stuff right here in Main Street. Haven't been down here a ton in recent history, except for like this past few weeks. Came and had breakfast right over here, and then actually went to Belching Beaver. They have a great outdoor area, explore some of their beers and all that kind of stuff. So it is kind of like the main little area right here in Vista. So Vista, you can see this sign behind here is a nice little mural. There's a lot of murals actually downtown in this little Vista area, but it was once unofficially the strawberry capital of the world. So every year, I think it was 2010, they started the Strawberry Festival right in downtown Vista here. Vendors, food, kids activities, all that kind of stuff.
So there are a couple of strawberry fields still here in Vista, but a lot of them are going away. And part of the reason Vista is so up and coming is because a lot of those old strawberry fields are being turned into big new developments, and we're seeing a lot of construction here in Vista right now. So we are cruising through kind of the newer area of Vista Village. You've got a ton of shops, kind of everything you need in here, a bunch of restaurants. A lot of them are gonna be chain, even if it's smaller franchises. But you got Lamppost Pizza, you got a Five Guys Burgers, you've got a lot of options, a little pokey spot, and also the Sinopoulos movie theater is right here as well. So a great spot to jump in. You know, if you have a date night or you're bringing out the kids, you can do kind of dinner and a movie. And then right across the way here, you've got a smaller water park called the Wave, and a great local market called Fraser Farms, which is really well known in North County.
And then a place that has been there forever is Pepper Tree. You know, they got burgers and then obviously shakes and stuff. So that place has been a staple in this section of Vista kind of forever.
And one of our favorite spots is Urban Pizza. It's coal-fired pizza. It is delicious. And I'm not positive you can still do it, but we used to be able to get it delivered over to the older brewery, Mother Earth, before. So have to check that out next time.
So we are in a little area, doesn't necessarily have like a specific name, but we kind of refer to it as the foothills. You see around, well, you can't see it, but they're back here. There's big hills cruising around Vista, and this little area is tucked in one of the rural sections of kind of northern Vista, if you will. And right now, you can see behind us, well, I'll cut it in right now. We were just walking on maybe one of the only sidewalks in this whole area. If you're cruising back here, it's that rural feel. It's a lot of smaller homes on these larger lots, kind of the original homes, and there are not many sidewalks. So if you're looking for like a walking area, kind of easy access, bring the kids and kind of cruise down, you know, right out your front door, this is probably not the area. But if you want a little bit of land, a little bit of space to roam, my brother lives up in this area. They have chickens, they have a garden, they have probably about, I don't know, a little less than a half acre or something like that. So plenty of room on your actual land to cruise around.
The homes behind us are kind of that quintessential foothills, rural Vista home, but there are a lot of newer neighborhoods kind of tucked in here that are popping up over the last few years, and so you kind of get a good mix of that rural versus those new homes. We are walking through, well, walking and disc golfing through Bringle Terrace Park. This is definitely the biggest park in Vista. It is huge. It's got baseball fields. It's got a big old theater up top here, botanic gardens, basketball courts, disc golf course. How many holes?
I think it's full 18.
Ooh.
Yeah, kind of goes around. It's actually a fun little course. Moonlight Amphitheater right over here. Beautiful outdoor theater, some decent shows going on there, like some Broadway style shows. So it's a really cool little space. During the 4th of July, this is where I used to come as a kid. Fireworks, you sit up on the hill up here. Fireworks are down in the field and they still have that going on. So yeah, it's right here, kind of in the foothills area of Vista.
And they also do a ton of events here too. This is where they have like movie nights during the summer. They've got a lot of like park events. And also they do the Highland Games here sometime of year, I don't know when, but there are a lot of events that happen right here.
So weather-wise, cruising through Vista, it's kind of still in that Mediterranean, you know, kind of stays somewhat cool, not as hot as once you get to like Escondido and the eastern portion of San Marcos, but not as cool as Carlsbad and the western portion of Oceanside or Encinitas. Today, we're kind of like in a weird weather thing. It's like super sticky. I mean, it's kind of like this all over town. But for the most part, you know, it's kind of in that middle ground as far as weather-wise goes here in North County.
We're cruising through another really cool neighborhood here in Vista. It is the Buena Creek area. You can see behind us, it's another area where there's a ton of large lots. This spot though, their houses are gonna be a little bit bigger. There's a bunch of ranch style, but there's also some 2-story houses. So you can get up above 3,000 square foot pretty easy, pretty quick out here. And then there's just some rad views of the hills, and there's great landscaping, and you know, this is a great spot if you want a pool or an ADU, guest house type thing. So there's a lot of opportunity out here.
And price points out here are definitely well over $1 million. You got the land. Some of the houses are kind of older style, so like 80s-ish, but then you got some of these newer killer like ranch style, single story homes. Out here, there's just a bunch of little fingers going off kind of Buena Creek Road where you get tucked back here. They're super quiet, like there's no through traffic back here, so it's just super mellow and you're a quick shot. So it's kind of one of the negatives, I guess, is it is kind of deep into Vista. So if you're cruising to the beach, you're cruising to the freeway or anything like that, you're kind of stuck back here. So it's gonna take a little more time, but you could shoot over to San Marcos and then go like Twin Oaks, which would probably be the quickest route, or just kind of weave your way back through the little back roads here in Vista to kind of get to the downtown area or just to the freeway to kind of shoot, you know, east or west. A few other little things about Vista. So we're still in that back kind of area, like the foothills, Buena Creek area. Back here, like I said, convenience wise, if you're going to the store, there's nothing like super close. There are little few neighborhoods kind of on certain, you know, on the edge of these areas. So if you need to go shopping, you need to go, you know, grab some food, grab food, all that kind of stuff. But it's really within probably a 10-15 minute drive from any of these spots. And when I think of Vista, just growing up, I've been back here a lot, and it's all these side roads. So there are so many little fingers and little ways to cruise around, like to get through. If you wanted to go to San Marcos, if you want to get to the freeways, if you want to go to downtown Vista. So you'll find all your own little ways, which is kind of cool. And then a few other little things to do here in Vista. The Antique Steam and Gas Museum. I'm gonna have to look it up because I get it wrong every time I say it, but I think that's what it's called. It's in the rural part of Vista, and it's just an old tractor kind of displays and stuff, which honestly isn't that exciting. But if you go when they have like the parades, the kids kind of dig it. They got a little snack bar. They have that a few times a year, so you can go out there and actually see these tractors. There's this unassuming restaurant, just it's huge out there. It's like a restaurant event space. It's called Chow. We went there for like a Christmas dinner a few years ago. It's an Italian restaurant, obviously, but they have a bunch of little different areas. And where it is, you would never think of it to be right there in Vista. And it's right by the Elks Lodge if you're elk. In Vista as well, just like all of the other cities here, or most of the other cities here in North County, San Diego, they do have their farmers market. So that's a weekly thing. And then one other little spot is Sunshine Mountain Winery. It's kind of right on the border of that Buena Creek area and San Marcos. I think technically it's San Marcos, but we talk a lot about beer here. But if you want a great view and go have a little glass of wine, however you want to say it, you can go cruise there. So right now we are in the Shadow Ridge area of Vista. It's basically south of the 78 freeway. It takes up a lot of that area. And this is kind of the track neighborhood of Vista where we showed you earlier is kind of the rural parts. You know, you get that big land up here. A lot of the track homes is kind of separated into a bunch of different little neighborhoods, little villages, if you will. You have the Shadow Ridge Golf Course, which is a country club, a membership golf course right kind of in the middle. So there's some smaller homes kind of around there, like cottage style homes. There's a bunch of different sizes for homes in here, a bunch of different price points. You get on a little bit higher end. It doesn't go like crazy high, but you know, we're kind of in that mid zone right now. A lot of these communities do have like community amenities, community pools. There are a few parks up in this neighborhood as well, up in kind of the Shadow Ridge area. So you do have some of that outdoor living. A few trails over at Buena Vista Park. Vista as a whole doesn't have like a ton of trails, but there are a few right in that area. And a lot of these neighborhoods too, they are parking's a little bit funky, like you can't park on certain sides of the road. They're fire lanes. Some of them are pretty tight. So, you know, most of them have driveways and garages and stuff.
And this part of Vista, so the Shadow Ridge area, is very convenient for your big box stores, your big chain grocery stores, a bunch of restaurants, a bunch of shops right here in the Shadow Ridge neighborhood. But it's also super quick to Carlsbad. You can get to Carlsbad in 7 or 8 minutes from most of Shadow Ridge. You can get to Pizza Port in Carlsbad. All the Bressie Ranch restaurants and amenities are just right over the hill, so it's super easy. And then you can get to other parts of, like the commercial parts of Vista and Carlsbad super quick from here too.
So right now we are in our favorite commercial area of Vista. Where are we at?
We are off Sycamore, kind of in the brewery corridor here in South Vista, just south of Shadow Ridge, which we just showed you. And there are a ton of breweries here. There's Booze Brothers, there's Aztec, there's Hell Yeah, there's, what's another one?
There is Ebullition.
Yep.
There's actually a kombucha place. Local Roots is right up here too. So a lot of these commercial buildings, breweries have come in. So as you're cruising through, you might just be going through this random commercial area and then come across a brewery, but you could honestly hit probably within a few miles a bunch of different breweries, and there's always new ones popping up. But we're gonna go hit a newer spot right up here. They're not new in terms of being to San Diego, but newer for Vista. They took over Iron Fist that used to be in this building. It's Pure Project, really good beer. Let's go check it out.
So that's Vista. We showed you some neighborhoods, we showed you some cool things to do, and one of our favorite things to do is have a couple beers, so definitely ending on that. But there's definitely some pros and cons about Vista. Pros, there's a lot of affordable neighborhoods, there's a lot of neighborhoods with a ton of space. Cons are you're a little bit further out, but that also is a positive in that it's quiet and less traffic and all that. So Vista is a great community. And if it's not the right one for you, there's a ton of other neighborhoods. We'll drop some other videos in here for you to check out.
If you are thinking about or pondering moving to Vista or San Marcos or Oceanside, Encinitas, any of these North County neighborhoods, be sure to hit us up. Call, text, email, whatever's easiest for you. We got your back when moving to North County. San Diego, we're dropping new videos, like Cassie said, every single week. So we got a lot of these vlog styles. We got a lot of talking heads, a lot of information about all of North County, San Diego. We could jump into map views and show you details into every single neighborhood. So be sure to go check those out. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next film.